We will have Clark's this morning. It's like I'm getting confused.
All right, so let me close that breakout room. All right, so Mr. Clark, have in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Douglas Clark, file number 22-20842 and 22-20843. Mr. Clark, have you had an opportunity to read through and review the pre-sentence report with Ms. Underwood?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with her as your attorney and the advice that she's given you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you had an opportunity to discuss it with her and ask her questions?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Do you have any other questions that you would like to ask, or do you need more time to speak with her?
I think we got it all straightened out, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Underwood, do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the pre-sentence report?
Your Honor, Mr. Clark would very much deny that he was selling drugs, Your Honor. Mr. Clark will very much admit to a drug problem and that he was using drugs, Your Honor, but he objects to the point in the pre-sentence where it says he was selling drugs to.
When she done my PSI, ma'am, she got stuff mixed up. I told her I'd been to prison for selling drugs before, and in 2018 I went for a violation of probation because I caught a delivery in 2013, and she got that mixed up with this case. And the officer, when he walked up on the car this time, I was actually in the process of using the drugs. I mean, I wasn't selling drugs this time.
Are you talking about the last paragraph on the second page of the report, or third?
Yeah, where it
page
says I
the-
was selling drugs to support my habit. Yeah, that's not.
So if you read the whole paragraph, it says negatively, Mr. Clark is unemployed and reports selling drugs to support himself, his addiction, and his mother prior to her passing.
That was just.
Mr. Clark,
I'm sorry.
Mr. Clark reports being in active addiction for over 35 years with very short periods of sobriety when not incarcerated. So when she's talking about selling drugs, that was prior to your mother passing, which was quite a time ago. So
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
think she
Okay,
wasn't saying you were selling them to support your mother now, because we know your mother's passed away.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Does that clarify that a little bit?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Ms. Underwood, anything else you'd like to
Nothing.
discuss regarding the body of the report?
Nothing.
All right, on, does the pre-sentence report disclose any prior convictions in which there exists any known constitutional defect?
It does not, Your Honor.
Okay, on file number 22-20842 at page, the probation department has calculated the minimum sentencing guidelines to be 0 to 17 months. Do you agree with that calculation of guidelines?
We would agree with that, Your Honor.
All right, and then on file number 22-20843 at page, probation department has calculated the minimum sentencing guidelines to be 2 to 17 months. Do you agree with that calculation of guidelines?
We would agree with that, Your Honor.
All right, before the court passes sentence, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Clark?
Just briefly, Your Honor, Mr. Clark has been incarcerated for most of the last 15 months. He came here, I believe, directly from, was it Ohio, Mr. Clark?
Yes, ma'am. The Ohio, I've just done 8 months in the Ohio
Thank
Department
you.
of Corrections.
Um,
I've been
and
clean
I
for
think-
8 months.
Adult treatment court would be an excellent tool for Mr. Clark, and I see that's recommended. I'm not sure the continued incarceration is appropriate at this time, Your Honor. I think it is probably more appropriate to Mr. Clark's situation that he be put in adult treatment court as soon as possible. And we would hope that the court would do that and forego any further incarceration.
All right. Ms. Teskey, could I ask, as part of his sentence, would he be placed in inpatient treatment?
Your Honor, if he qualifies, how long have you been in jail, Doug?
I've been locked up since December of last year, ma'am.
December of 22?
Yeah, it's been 9 months. I've been.
And
clean
then
for 9
prior to
months.
jail, how much were you using?
I did 60 days when you did my PSI, remember?
Yep,
And I got out and I
Yep.
didn't come to court.
Mr. Clark, let's focus on what the question was. Ask your
Oh,
question
I
again, Ms.
wasn't-
Teskey. How much were
I
you
just need
using?
to know how
before
much
you
you
got
were
locked up?
using prior to jail.
I don't know, a little bit, maybe a quarter gram, half a gram a day. Because I did.
And that was until your arrest in December of 22.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Judge,
And
he
I've been
may
put-
qualify for inpatient. I'm not 100% certain because it has been like 9 or 10 months since his use. But I would probably assume that he would only qualify for like intensive outpatient or something like that.
I'm looking forward to drug court, ma'am. I know I need some.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Clark.
Yes,
Okay, so
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Clark, just hold on a minute. All right, so Ms. Underwood, anything else you'd like to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor, I think it's clear that he needs drug court. And I think it's clear that he is ready to lean into that process. And I would hope the court would do everything they can to avail him of that opportunity.
All right, now, Mr. Clark, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf?
Ma'am, other than I'm ready for a change. I've been through fighting these addictions my whole life. I've been in front of you several times. This last 8 months, so since I've been in Ohio, my stepchildren's mom, I was with her for 20 years. She contacted me a few months ago. She's dying of cancer. My oldest grandson's in U of M fighting leukemia. He's got to have a bone marrow transplant. My sister's health's deteriorating. I'm tired of being locked up. I need to be out there with my family. I gotta get my life together. I have to put them in front of my habits. I have to put myself in front of these habits. And I know I need drug court. I've done all the like stuff in all the jails and prisons, the classes they've given me. And it's easy when you're locked up to say you're going to stay sober. I think drug court will give me the structure and the tools in the real world to help me stay sober. You know, like I said, it's easy to say you're going to stay sober when you're behind bars, you know, and trying to get out. I don't know for sure what's gonna happen and when I get out, but I know I'm definitely ready to make it a 100% honest try at staying clean. I'm tired of this. I'm just turned 49 years old and I've been locked up 12, 13 years of my life. I don't got no more in me. I'm tired.
Sir, Mr. Clark, who did you say is in the hospital at U of M?
My youngest stepson, his oldest son, Matthew John, he's been fighting leukemia for the last couple of years. He's gonna
Okay,
have
and
to
who
have
did you
bone-
say was in the hospital? Who else did you say had cancer?
His grandmother, my stepchildren's mother, I was with her for like 19 years. Her name's Glenda Gilbert.
Okay.
She's got stage 3. She's got stage.
That's
3
all I
cancer.
needed to know. Okay, all right. So, anything else you'd like to say, Mr. Clark?
No, ma'am.
All right, so Mr. Clark, okay. One thing that you need to know about drug court is that it's not an easy court. So you have a history of violating probation, and I see, I can see that, but the risk here is, you know, you could be back to prison again. Drug court is very time intensive, and during the first, there's 4 phases, and during the first phase, you basically completely are focused on drug court. It's like a daily process. You're testing, you're reporting, you're attending meetings, and it takes up all your time, and there are no excuses. So you don't get to miss programs, you don't get to miss lesser groups, you don't get to miss drug court. You have to show up. And it's a lot of work. And then every phase gets a little bit easier, but it's still a lot of work. And that has to be your primary focus or you won't succeed. And there is a pretty high success rate. People are doing really well in the program. So, do you think that's something you're gonna be able to do?
I definitely want to give it a shot, ma'am. I've got a couple friends that done sobriety court and they're to this day are still doing really good. I know the sobriety court's a little different than drug court, but I mean, I think they run on the same general basis, right? I mean, I want, like I said, I definitely want to give it a shot. I need some kind of structure and tools to help me get this addiction under control.
Right. In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been said upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, potential for reformation, vindication of law, and the protection of society. Ms. Teskey, is the jail still administering the shot?
They are.
And which one are they using?
I think they're doing Sublocade. Vivitrol.
Okay. All right, so, sir, one of the options that are available to you before you're released, when you get released from jail, is to have a Vivitrol shot. Ms. Teskey, so could you explain to him what that would do? You're muted.
I can't hear nothing, ma'am.
I can't either. Sarah's muted.
I
'Cause
know.
I thought
I
it
know.
had an impact. Hold on, Mr. Clark. I believe it has an impact on alcohol too, but Ms. Teskey,
Yes, Judge.
can you explain what that Vivitrol shot would offer him?
It blocks the receptors in the brain from you being able to get high on any opiates or having any cravings for those, and alcohol.
Okay.
Is
So-
opiates your drug of choice, Doug?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Are opiates your drug of choice?
No, ma'am. Cocaine
It's
and methamphetamine.
cocaine?
Okay.
And meth?
Yeah,
Have
that's
you
what-
meth as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, so the shot won't do anything for him.
I don't, but
All right, so the shot doesn't work with that, Mr. Clark. Okay. All right, so it's a sentence of the court that you'll be placed on probation for a period of 3 years. You must not use or possess any alcoholic beverages or intoxicants during that term of probation. You can't enter bars where the primary purpose is to serve alcohol for drinking. You must comply with the requirements of alcohol testing at the direction of the field agent. You must comply with the requirements of drug testing as directed by the field agent. You must not use or possess any controlled substances or paraphernalia, and that includes marijuana, unless prescribed by a licensed physician, or be with anyone you know to possess these items. If you receive a prescription that could contain a controlled substance, you must get permission from the probation department to fill that prescription, and then you must also use it as recommended. You must complete outpatient or residential substance abuse treatment when you're referred to it by the field agent. You must complete a substance abuse assessment when referred. You must complete a psychological examination when referred. You must allow the field agent into your residence at any time for probation supervision. You must submit to search and seizure of your person and property, including but not limited to your vehicle, your residence, your computer, your phone, without need of a warrant, if the field agent has reasonable cause to believe you have items which violate the conditions of probation. You must report any arrest or police contact, loss of employment, or change of residence within 24 hours. You must not drive a motor vehicle while your license is suspended. And that'll be through the state of Michigan. It looks like it's suspended for 60 days and restricted for 305. Why? Why is it suspended, Ms. Teskey? Hold on, Mr. Clark, I'm not talking to you. Is that still a valid suspension, Ms. Underwood, under that statute, or no?
It's not, Your Honor. That's an old, yep, that's an old requirement.
Yep, so never mind, your license, even if you don't have one, is not restricted or suspended. So if you don't have a license, it won't impact you getting a new license. So you must maintain employment for a minimum of 30 hours per week. Pay $136 in state costs, $260 crime victim assessment fee, supervision fee of $30 per month without tether, $60 with tether, $750 in court costs, $450 in court-appointed attorney fees. So which really, Mr. Clark, comes down to like 25, 30 bucks a week plus your supervision fee. So Ms. Teskey will set up where you're supposed to make a monthly payment. And understand if you don't make that monthly payment, your probation could be violated. Ms. Teskey, this report was completed, I think, before we screened them. Well, we screened them for drug court. With regard to the jail term, Ms. Teskey,
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any, it's a 9-month sentence. Do you have any changes in that recommendation?
Well, I don't know how much credit he's got at this point, but where are you gonna live, Mr. Clark?
Excuse me, ma'am?
Where are you gonna live?
At my sister's house?
Okay. So you have a support system?
Yes, ma'am.
Pro-social, like she doesn't do drugs, alcohol,
No, ma'am, she's
commit
not.
crime?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, I would say, I had recommended
You recommended 9 months.
9 months with credit for 132 days, but that was in almost
I
a
think
year
he's probably
ago.
got 9 months because he was in jail somewhere else.
I've got almost 10 months.
Yep. I would say credit for time served, Your Honor.
All right, and then we'll
He
give him.
needs to report to me right away today when you're released.
All right, so I'll give you 9 months of jail with credit for time served because you have the 9 months already. So 9 months with credit for time served of 9 months. And you want him to report as soon as he gets out?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the other thing is, Mr. Clark, you must attend and complete the adult drug treatment court and all recommendations. So you'll be released from the jail today unless you're being held on something else. As soon as you get out of jail, you need to come over to the courthouse and report to Ms. Teskey. Are you being held on anything else?
Just what I got contempt for not showing up, I don't know, but I've got 30 days of that done already. I don't know if that's gonna stop it or not.
Was that me?
No, that was Mr. Olsaber, but he said that was just so they give me 30 days for they could get my PSI done and make sure I had PSI and everything done. So I don't know. I think he gave me 60 days on it. I'm not sure. But I've been back here for 30 days already.
Hold on. Okay. And I will assess the fines and costs on file number 22-20842FH. But the crime victim rights fee of $130 go on $130 on each file, and the state cost of $68 would be on both files. All right, let's see, failed to appear, sentencing. So. Becky, are you able to see in the lien what he's talking about? Oh, here's something I will see him sign. Contempt of court arraignment, sentenced on contempt. September 21. Well, Becky, I'm looking at the paperwork. It looks like his sentencing on the contempt is, I don't know, what was it? Doesn't say. What is this? Oh, he gave you 60 days on the contempt of court credit for 1 day. So I will waive the remainder of the days on each contempt of court. So Ms. Adams will release him on the contempt of courts as well as credit for time served on the underlying charge. Mr. Clark, you're pretty honest about your issues. I will just tell you, going forward, drug court is not like being on regular probation. So if you try to cover up your issues or lie or make excuses, people, they won't tolerate it. So just understand you got to do what you're supposed to do and be honest when you screw up, because if you're honest, you probably won't go to jail. If you lie about it, you go to jail. Got it? That's pretty much the mantra for drug court. All right.
I understand, ma'am. And
all
I
right. So Ms. Teskey goes to lunch at 12. Is that right, Ms. Teskey? I think it is. So if you get out of jail and it's during the lunch hour, and she's not here, you wait and you see her when she gets back, okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Your Honor, I'm here. I'm in the office all day. Either way, he just needs to report and wait here for me if I'm not here, but I'm here all day. So you just need to show up the minute you get out of jail.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there as soon as they let me out.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a great day.
Good luck,
You too.
Mr. Clark.
Yep, thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Nguyen, I believe that's all I have with you.
Thanks.